This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me. A backless dress and some beat up sleeves. My discotheque, Juliet, teenage dream. I felt it in my chest as she looked at me. I knew we were bound to be together, bound to be together. She took my arm, I don't know how it happened. We took the floor and she said, oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said, you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me. Oh, come on, girl. Deep in her eyes, I think I see the future. I realize this is my last chance. She took my arm, I don't know how it happened. We took the floor and she said, oh, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said, you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, ooh, shut up and dance. Don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said, you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me. Ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me. Ooh, ooh, shut up and dance with me.
Jet plane headed up to the sky. Spread wings and the clouds getting high. We ain't hit a rave in a while, so take me back to London.
Yo, I do deals but I never get twanged. Moves that ain't never been planned. No goons that were never in gang. Where I'm from, chat shit get banged. Where I'm from, chat shit let the 12 gauge drip. Yeah, sick how it fits in my hand. I don't mix with the glitz and the glam. All these stupid pricks on the gram. I don't do online beef or Nikki Gram beef. I'm way too G'd up to beef for gram. Need couple and AP to help me time keep my shooter ride. Deep he moves when I speak my shooter ride. You shoot a guy, leave you wet like a scuba dive. We were younger then and now we're unified. South London boys get you crucified and gone.
It's that time, Big Mike and Teddy your own grime. I wanna try new things, they just want me to sing because nobody thinks I write rhymes. But now I'm back in the bits of my guy. Give me a packet of crisps and my pine. I hit my friends up, go straight to the pub cause I haven't been home in time. Yes, but that's my fault. Gross $500 million on the divide tour. Yes, I ain't kidding, what would I lie for? But now I'm back on the track with Big Michael. He said
Teddy, never get off your high horse and never let him take your crown.
I've been away for a while, traveled a million miles, but I'm heading back to London town right now. Jet plane headed up to the sky. Spread wings and the clouds getting high. We ain't hit a rave in a while, so take me back to London. Face high, middle night, sitting low. Sweat proud, dripping down when in Rome. No town does it quite like my home, so take me back to London.
Yo, when I squeeze off this little pen on mine, done the remix, now I got head on grime.
And this ain't like any top 10 of mine. I arrived at Wembley ahead of time.
And that's stadiums, man are aliens. I drink Supermort and Vibranium. I got RM11 titanium.
And I rock a 597 daily, but I want show, I want flows. Don't need tags ripping off my clothes.
Don't need bricks blowing up my phone. And
that's just the way things go.
It's just the way things go, amazing flows. Grime or rap, man, I gave them both. Took this sound that was made in bone, went global, man, now the case is closed.
2015 in the batting and pub, I told Stones 2 years. You'll be wrapping it up and you'll go through tears with the people you love. But when you get to the top, man, it's never enough. Cause you can win Brits,
it don't stop.
And you can do Glasgow,
headline slot.
But when you're miles away and you're feeling alone, gotta remember that there ain't no place like home. Jet plane headed up to the sky. Spread wings in the clouds, getting high. We ain't hit a rave in a while, so take me back to London. Bass high, middle night, sitting low. Sweat proud, up and down when in Rome. No town does it quite like my home, so take me back to London. So take me back to London.
And I can feel my heart skip every time that I sleep. I wanna run away. I could walk in the morning, go get off of the night. I can't find no time to clear my mind. Oh, I dream of the lazy days, so the all of the careless ways for me to be a living. I feel the shadows hanging over, but wait, they'll come closer to come and take me away. And I can feel my heart skip every time that I slip. I wanna run away. Shadows hanging over, but wait, they'll come closer to come and take me away. And I can feel my heart skip every time that I slip. I wanna run away.
drinking a German beer with a Cuban cigar. In the middle of Paris with a Dominican bar. Great head on her shoulder, she probably studied abroad. She transferred to Harvard from King's College in March. She says that I'm her favorite cause she admires the art. Michelangelo with the flow, Picasso with the bar. She's well put together like a piece by Gershwin. Renaissance style, tonight is picture perfect. So smile and pack your bags real good, baby, cause you'll be gone for a while. Girl, tell me how you feel. What's your fantasy? I see it's on the beach down in Mexico. You can put your feet up, be my senorita. We ain't gotta rush, just take it slow. You'll be in the highlight, soaking up the sunlight. Anything you want, it's yours. I'll have you living life like you should. You say you never had it so good. You never had it so good. Suffering from first class cabin fever. 5-hour layovers from Norway to Egypt. I'm to the point like the pyramids of Giza. Still I'm to the left like the tower out in Pisa. I'm feeling single, baby, I could use a feature. Swagger like Caesar, I'll get you a visa. We can go to Italy and maybe see the Colosseum. I'll be Da Vinci if you be my Mona Lisa and I smile. So pack your bags real good, baby, cause you'll be gone for a while. Girl, tell me how you feel. What's your fantasy? I see it's on the beach down in Mexico. You can put your feet up, be my senorita. We ain't gotta rush, just take it slow. You'll be in the highlight, soaking up the sunlight. Anything you want, it's yours. I'll have you living life like you should. You say you never had it so good. You never had it so good. You never had it so good. We happen from the singular. How about let's make it plural? Spin the globe. Wherever it lands, that's where we'll go. We'll hit up Europe, yep, and spend some euros. Or maybe visit Berlin, the walls with the murals. This is your month, baby. Sign of the Virgo. Private reservations, glasses full of Merlot. A rosé, a burgundy, traveling like turbo. Brush up on your Espanol. We're Barcelona bound, so smile. So pack your bags real good, baby, cause you'll be gone for a while. Girl, tell me how you feel. What's your fantasy? I see it's on the beach down in Mexico. You can put your feet up, be my senorita. We ain't gotta rush, just take it slow. You'll be in the highlight, soaking up the sunlight. Anything you want, it's yours. I'll have you living life like you should. You say you never had it so good.
Hey everyone, can you all hear me? Just check in. Cool, everyone, welcome to the DSC. This is our first ever event at Brunel, and it's basically going to be an introduction event, and you'll get to learn what the DSC is all about, what we're planning to do. You'll get to meet our core team, and you'll get to have a say in what we're planning to do throughout the year. Let me just make sure everything's working perfectly fine, and we'll get started straight away. So my name's Harris. I'm your Google DSC lead throughout the year. Sorry for that. Basically, I'm going to be leading the core team and making sure that you get the best experience on the DSC. Now, this is what we have planned for today. We have quite a lot, and we have some stuff after the event where you'll get to chat with the core team a bit more, learn about us, and we'll play a few games together. We're first going to have an icebreaker to get to know each other because we're all virtual this year. Obviously, it's a bit harder to get to know each other. So we'll have a little quiz. Then we'll talk about what the DSC is, who we are, what we're planning to do throughout the year, and more specifically, we want to know what you want to learn. Now, this is a community of developers, and our aim is to basically teach you all the Google technologies and any other technologies you might want to learn. We'll then have a short break. There's probably about 15 minutes for you to go grab something to drink, eat, and stretch your legs a little bit. Then we'll come back and we're going to compete in our Google Solution Challenge, which we'll go into more about later. And we'll have a little social corner at the end to get to know each other a bit more. Now, because we are a Google-led community, we do have a few rules that you do have to abide by. Basically, this basically means just be a good human being, you know, respect each other. If you see something, to tell us about it. We have an email address at the bottom. And one of the things we do at Google is always say yes and. This basically means we're building on others' ideas instead of criticizing them and saying, no, let's do this. Always say yes and to build on these ideas. If you do see anything or feel harassed or anything like that, please email us at the email address at the bottom, and we'll try and sort your issue out. Now, this is our first ever event, and it being virtual, it's quite difficult to gauge how you feel we're doing. So what you'll see is throughout the stream, you'll see a secret word pop up, which is this. At the end of the day, we'll release a feedback form in which you can fill in the form, and we'll ask you for the secret word. This is to make sure that you are listening and actually paying attention. And fill in this form, and we'll basically take any feedback and try and improve on our events throughout the year. Let's go. Yeah. Cool. So why DSC? Now, Google's mission has always been to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. This is what we're doing. As some of you are computer science students and maybe other students who've tried to get into technology, one of the hardest things is finding out, how do I learn this? How do I do this? There is a plethora of information out there. And one of Google's missions is to organize all this information. And the DSC is a way of doing this. We want to introduce people into technology. And this is how we're going to aim to do it. Okay, change slides. There we go. We want to bridge the gap between theory and practice. Now, a lot of you probably go to your lectures and learn stuff, but how much do you actually take away from that and actually start to implement it into solutions? We're here to make sure we can bridge that gap. We're going to be working with a load of businesses and organizations within our community to help them build solutions using technology. Now, a person has said, why are other students in here? Now, the DSC is open to everyone. We welcome anyone of any skill level. You may be an experienced programmer or never even programmed at all, ever. We can train you up to be a hero, as per se, you know, someone who can code, build solutions, and work as part of a team to create something bigger. And there's no cost to joining the DSC. A lot of people expect there to be a cost because they think we're a society. We're not. We're a Google-led community that just works at Brunel, and there's no cost of joining. You can join any one of our events free of charge, and you'll never be expected to pay anything to join. This is also a great time to start to network with people. Already in this live stream, you're meeting people you probably never met before. And these people have the same interests as you. They're like-minded. They want to benefit others. They want to learn as developers and create solutions. This is an amazing place to network. Once we start doing our icebreaker and we'll have some group projects throughout the year, you'll start to network with these people even better and create friendships and teams and start building solutions that you never thought you would have before. And you'll get to learn a lot of new technologies. Now, this is only a few. Most of them are Google technologies, like Firebase, TensorFlow, Android, Flutter, Google Cloud, Assistant, Maps. But we do teach other technologies that are crucial to being a good developer, such as GitHub and Golang. We will also be competing this year in the Google Solution Challenge. This is a global competition with over 1,000 developer student clubs competing, basically trying to create a solution for our local community. We'll talk more about this later after the break and how you can get involved, and we're going to start training you to be really good at the Solution Challenge. So now we're going to start our first icebreaker. I'm going to basically present it on my next slide, and basically it's going to be a small quiz all about Google. Let me just get this all set up for you. So if you go to slido.com, and this should be it. So just join at slido.com and hashtag icebreakDSC. Cool. Hey, everyone just say hey when you got in there, so I haven't, just so I know. Cool, we're getting some people in here. Hey, everyone. Cool, it's coming in. I'll give it a few more seconds and then we'll begin. You can also scan the QR code if you can't join, so you can play on your mobile. Cool. Getting some more people. Let's just see. All right, cool. Let's just start the quiz now. So if you can, just press the quiz tab at the bottom, or you should have the quiz open already. Cool, got some names coming in. Wow, there's a lot of you. Let's keep them coming in. Got 35, 37, 38. Let's see if we can get over 40 and then we'll start the quiz. If not, we'll start now. Okay, cool, let's just start. Cool, so first question. What was the original name of Google? Do we have Goggle, Google, Bing, or Backrub? By the way, all these questions are timed. One, here we go. Right. So you got Goggle and we got Backrub. And the correct answer was indeed Backrub. When the founders first made Google, they thought Backrub would be one of the better names. Second question. Who were the founders of Google? We have Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, Sergey Brin and Larry Ellison, Sergey Page and Larry Brin, Sergey Brin and Larry Page. Wow. A lot of you knew the answer to that one. We tried tricking you out with flipping the surnames. No, you all got that. Great job. So what was the first Google's first doddle? And those are the graphics that you see on Google search sometimes. Was it Star Wars, New Year's, Burning Man, or Google's first birthday? Ooh, only 31%. Google's first birthday must be for. Interesting. Okay. Next question. So when was Google founded? We have 27th of September 1998, 4th September 1998, 1st January 2000, and 15th of September 1998. Time's up. 4th September 1998 is the correct answer. Wow. I'm wondering how many people actually Google search that one to get the answer. But yeah, let's have the next question. Now, what was the first version of Android called? Is that working or? I don't know if this is working. The time has stopped, but let's have a look. Give you a few more seconds. Okay. Ooh, so most of you guys said donut. The correct answer was Cupcake. Android Cupcake was the first version. Now, Google had two internal builds, A and B, alpha and beta, and the first official release was Cupcake. What was unique about the first Google storage computer? It took up 2 rooms. Larry Page built it himself, and Larry Page is spelled wrong. My apologies. It had external RAM, or it was its case was built with Legos. Took up 2 rooms. No, the correct answer was its case was built with Legos. Correct answer was like Duplop, but yeah, Legos. It was basically built. The whole server was basically built with Legos. So how many employees are there at Google? Approximately 50,000, 75,000, 120,000, or 200,000? Most of you said 120,000, which is correct. Google is a very large company and it has about 118,000 employees as of, I think, June 2020. Now, where did Google begin? We're talking about what type of building. Was it a caravan, a small office, a garage, or a university room? Garage is the correct answer. Yeah, it was basically a small garage in Silicon Valley. Most of you said university room. You might get confused. Sergey Brin and Larry Page met when they were both studying at Stanford University. What is the most Googled term in the entire world? Is it YouTube, Facebook, Roblox, or Bing? Most of you said YouTube, which is the correct answer. Someone just said, isn't Google the most Googled thing? No, Google is, for Bing, the most Bing term in the entire world is Google. But yeah. Now, who has the biggest student developer community? Is it Microsoft, Google, Apple, or Amazon? And this is our final question, by the way. As you said, Google, which is correct. As of currently, Google holds the biggest developer student community, which is the developer student clubs. And that is it. Let's see if we can get the leaderboard. KW is the winner. Got 8 out of 10 questions correct. And then Leo came in a very close second, but was maybe just a little bit slower. And the hardest question that you guys found was what was unique about the first Google storage computer? But yeah, Dino is correct. Probably was going to be Google. Anyways, let's get back onto the slideshow now and continue with the introduction event. Can you guys all see that? Let's have a look. Cool. So this is Developer Student Club's Brunel University. This is our official event. we only really launched a week ago, and we've heard such positive things. You guys have been amazing signing up towards our events, and we're looking to seriously expand throughout the year and make this a massive community within Brunel. Now, I can't have done this. I couldn't have done this by myself. You know, it takes a lot of work to get to organize an event that you guys don't see. And we have an amazing core team behind the scenes, and they deserve the recognition. They're always getting, they're always basically planning, emailing people, making sure the events go smoothly. They've been in the comment section right now, making sure you guys are okay. And they're patiently waiting just underneath the stream, waiting to come in. So I think it's time for you guys to meet them. These are the people you should come to if you ever have like any concerns or anything like that. They're basically just, you know, they're just like you. They want to make sure they're developers, but these guys are really great at what they do. And yeah, I think they definitely deserve some recognition. So I'm going to bring Rosa into the stage to introduce herself.
Hi everyone, I hope you could hear me. I'm Roz and I'm a second year computer science student. One of the main reasons why I'm in the field of tech is because of the impact it has on our population and how many problems we could solve with using technology. And the same reason actually attracts me to join the core team for the DSC. The DSC's main aim is to help the community using Google technologies, and therefore we'll be hosting solution challenges. And as well as loving technology, I'm a quite creative person. So I love design and I love the front end. So doing UX and web development interests me so much. And I believe that everyone can get into coding. So don't hesitate to contact us and anyone in the core team. And we'll be more than happy to help. So see you all soon.
Thanks, Roz. Now, Roz has been handling all the social media posts. So if you guys are impressed, just give her a round of applause. She's been doing a great job with that. Next is Matt. Let me add him. There you go.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the DSC. I'm Matt, design student studying a master's at the moment at Brunel. I studied mechanical engineering as an undergrad, and I made the switch to design because we tend to be a bit more open-ended and we look at the bigger picture a lot more than in engineering. I did a placement year in my undergrad, and I worked at a company that makes machines responsible for food processing. It's very likely that every one of you attending this event has eaten something that's been through one of those machines. When I was there, their global impact was something like 80% of the entire planet. I'm very experienced with computer-aided design, or CAD for anyone familiar with it. And in particular, I have a fair bit of experience with 3D printers. This is a particular interest to me because it's much less wasteful than more traditional manufacture methods. And in fact, there is a substantial amount of research going into making it 100% effective. That would mean no waste at all. In true Google fashion, my quirky fact is that when I was 16, I started a novella, which is a short novel, and it was a horrendous cross between a Batman comic, a Sherlock Holmes tale, and some magic gothic fantasy. I did later finish it at about 50,000 words, and I have a copy printed at home to remind myself that not every idea I have is that good.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Great. Matt's been working really hard behind the scenes, and everyone in the core team has been doing a fantastic job. Next, I'd like to bring Hafisa to introduce herself.
Hello all, thanks for joining us today. My name is Hafiza and I'm a second year mathematics with computer science student here at Brunel. Since school, I was so interested in tech and I was good with numbers. So as I grew up, I knew how strong the relationship between maths and computer science is. So I decided to take this combination course. I've always been a person who's more interested in practical stuff rather than theory. So since my major is in maths, I didn't get a chance in my first year to get involved in any projects and explore more on computer science. So this interest has attracted me towards DSC, where you get a chance to explore on technologies and work on some real life problems. And I think one of the best things about DSC is that you're not only learning a technology, but you're also gaining a knowledge and contributing something to the local businesses by supporting them and by integrating some Google technologies. So I really hope DSC gives you a good experience and helps you develop your skills further. Yeah, that's all about me. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Fisa. Cool. And next person I'd like to bring on stage is Petco to introduce himself. Hey, Petco.
Hey, everyone. My name is Petco, and I'm a second year student doing computer science at Brunel. For me, there's always been a special place in life for tech. Some people call it an obsession. just because I constantly have to have like the latest thing, but I just see it as like something of interest, to be honest. And the interest has always just come from like when I originally got my PlayStation 2 back in the day. Since then, I've pretty much always just loved tech, just because I was taking stuff apart then, just to see how it works. Then I found out about computer science in sixth form. I also started doing it then. Found out about how to program, and that's pretty much how I got into it in the first place. And the reason I joined the DSC is to just try to give off the passion I have for tech just to others, and just be able to help them discover their sort of like coding imagination and creativity. Just, I know that anything's possible with it, so you can pretty much make a program or game that you've always dreamt of that may not be something that can be realistic, like superpowers, but you can add it in a game, so why not? And yeah, that's pretty much it from me.
Great, thanks, Becco. Cool, and the final person I'd like to bring to the stage is Vidhi to introduce herself. Hey, Vidhi.
Hello, I'm Vidhi. I study computer science at Brunel, and I'm currently on my placement year. Weirdly enough, before joining Brunel to study what I study, I had absolutely no interest in the world of technology. However, that changed very quickly when I got my hands on a few projects at university, and now I'm in awe of what I can create. Currently, I'm quite fascinated with augmented reality and how it can be used to solve problems we face every day. At my placement, I also work with Google Cloud, and I'm still in the process of discovering its superpowers. So whenever someone asks me what I study and I respond with computer science, they react with, "Oh, wow," as if I'm programming a rocket which will fly to Mars tomorrow. And that's why the Google DSC exists, to equip everyone a part of it with tools and knowledge about technology so that you too can send a rocket to Mars one day. So whether you study computer science or not, have been coding since you were 4, or don't even know the significance of Hello World, there is a lot that everyone can contribute to the developer community as long as you're excited and ready to learn. And this is where I sign off by telling something peculiar about myself. I speak over 5 different languages. So if anyone can beat that, hit me up later on.
Thanks, Vidhi. I appreciate it. Cool. So that was the core team. These are the initial people we picked. They worked very hard to get into the core team. There was a very stressful interview period, but they all made it through. And as the DSC expands, there will be chances for more people to join, and we'll be always looking. So keep an eye on our social media. Anyway, as you can see, we have quite a diverse core team, and that means we also have quite a diverse amount of content planned for you guys. So this is a sneak peek of stuff we have planned throughout the year. Different events and workshops, code jams and stuff like that. But also at the end of this, we want you guys to tell us what you want, and there'll be another opportunity later. So I'm going to bring back Petco to talk about our future web development course.
So first things first, probably this will interest mostly year 2 students, but I'm here to tell everyone about it. So to many of you, this is just something that may seem like very complex, just because with web development, like where do you start off from? Like, I know a lot of people try to do it for like their businesses, and sometimes it is hard to get like grips with it, but we're here to just try to make it as easy as possible to understand. And you can pretty much vary from like making a simple plain like text website to something as complex as Facebook, which pretty much has like millions of users on it every day, and it just helps the world be social as well. And it's a course that we're offering. It's just there for whether you want to use it for your own sort of like personal business, try to promote something, or try to create your own sort of like platform for social media, because you never know who the next Zuckerberg will be. And it's just an easy way to express yourself in terms of like creativity. And the term web development, it just stands for quite a lot of things. If you were to search it up, it's just because there's like a load of levels starting from beginner, where you can pretty much, as I say, just code it from like a simple sort of CSS and HTML code, where it would just be like a simple sort of website with no sort of like too complex design. It would just be mostly like text, which is still a start. You will feel like you've accomplished a lot with it, but then you can also get stuff like creating your own sort of version of Netflix, YouTube, or even Facebook, because you can try to get guest speakers to actually help out in terms of helping with workshops and helping you achieve that within roughly about, I believe it's 4 weeks, but we will give more details when time comes for that as well, just to answer any questions as well, if you guys are interested in it, in doing it as well.
Okay. Thanks, Peko. Cool. So yeah, this is a web development course. It'll be a 4-week course, and we're basically going to brand it as Zero to Hero again, where you can have no experience of web development, but you'll be able to maybe at the end of this produce something, a Facebook clone, a Netflix, Tinder, YouTube clone, something like that, which we think is extremely exciting. Next, I'm going to bring Vidhi to talk about the importance of GitHub. Hey, Vidhi.
Here I come again to preach the good word of GitHub this time. And why I'm doing this is because over 50 million developers around the globe use it to collaborate on projects, which makes it one of the most popular version control systems that exists. So GitHub is basically where the most popular open source projects live. So when you get stuck on a problem, this is where you got to go. There's a running joke that if GitHub ever goes down, most programmers won't know what to do next, because that's where all the copy paste happens. And this is not really far from the truth at all. The estimate for open source code in enterprise applications is about 90%. So the organization that you go to work for will only write about 10% of new code. So knowing how to use GitHub means you'll be guaranteed success at your job. This is a GitHub repository that I just picked up from the internet. Don't worry if it makes no sense to you right now. It's just to highlight that you can keep a track of the dates and changes that were made, files that were added, which is why it's called a version control. You can go back, see what's been broken, what's been fixed, and things like that. And we'll be hosting quite a few GitHub sessions where you can get your hands on and create projects and collaborate with other people through GitHub.
Great, thanks, Vidhi. So yeah, GitHub is an essential tool for all developers, and while it's a Microsoft-owned product, we will be giving GitHub workshops to make sure that you guys can collaborate with others and make sure you can make better code. Next, I'm going to bring Hafiza to stage to talk about the Google Cloud Platform.
Hi guys, it's Afiza again, and today I'm going to give you an intro to what Google Cloud Workshop is going to be like. Most of you might have heard of cloud-based startups, right? And they love that buzzword. So here, so we hear that every day that cloud is going to be very important to our futures, but unfortunately, a lot of us don't know what cloud truly is about. So soon we are going to have a workshop on Google Cloud where you'll get to know what cloud is and what it's about and why Google Cloud. So most of you might or might not know, Google Cloud is basically a mixture of GCP and G Suite. G Suite is something you use every day in your daily lives. It's a set of end user applications such as Google Docs, Gmail, Google Drive, etc. And if you go on to the next slide, so GCP is basically a set of services that Google makes available to developers so that they can build and run their applications. So there are so many services that GCP provides us, and the reason why it's so popular is because it offers services all the way from data analytics and developer innovation tools like BigQuery, Dataflow, and all the way to secure infrastructure, AI, and machine learning. So if you think you're interested in something like this and want to explore more, then do attend our workshops on Google Cloud to know more about it. And hopefully this workshop will clarify all your misconceptions and lots of your questions in your head about what Google Cloud is all about. Thank you.
Sorry. So yeah, Google Cloud is one of those really big platforms used globally in nearly most companies, and cloud computing is taking the world by storm. So learning one platform means it's quite easy to learn other platforms. So yeah. Next, I'm going to bring Matt up to the stage to talk about engineering and some guest speakers.
Hey guys, so as I mentioned before, my background is engineering, and typically we think of these subjects as very literal physical spaces, so materials, mechanics, mathematics, things like that. This is true, but in the new age of technology that we're living in, all these physical elements are shifting with exceptional potential. Next slide, please. So automation in the workplace uses new skills to make us safer and more efficient. Design processes now revolve heavily around virtual models, and there are some really cool virtual reality programs that let users meet in a virtual office and sketch in 3D their new designs. So there's something called Gravity Sketch if you're interested to check it out. Augmented reality means that we can see inside machines without even taking them apart. I could scan something on my phone at university and have it 3D printed before I even got back home. Right here in the DSC, we'll be talking about all of these topics in one way or another, and how they bridge the gaps between imagination and reality. Now, someone who knows this better than any of us is the engineering director of Google, Mark Strybeck, and he also happens to be a Brunel graduate. And he also happens to be a guest speaker that we have lined up. He's been at Google for about 15 years, and he embodies the nature of innovation. He'll take us through his journey from Brunel to his position now at Google. He's an expert in agile working, distributed systems, and test-driven development, philosophies he has expertly implemented himself at Google. He'll be one of our first speakers, and we're hoping to introduce him in the coming weeks, so stay tuned.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. So yeah, Mark is an amazing guy, and he's really happy to do a talk at Brunel and meet the current students and talk to us more about his whole journey from Brunel to Google and what he's been doing at Google, because he's working on some very interesting things at the moment. Next, I'd like to bring Roz back to the stage to talk about Gabrielle Scally.
Hi everyone. So Gabriel was actually both mine and Harris's first year tutor, and I'm pretty sure that you might recognize him as he's also a GTA in the computer science, logic and computation labs. I want to give you a quick overview of what he does and who he is. So he studied computer science at Berkeley, and he's got a master's at human computer interaction at UCL. And he currently owns his own company called Reckon Digital. And once again, second year students might recognize that company name. They also do internships. I'm not sure if they're out yet, but keep an eye on them. So his company works with the United Nations, NHS, and many other sectors. But alongside this, he's also a doctoral researcher at Brunel. So he'll be one of our guest speakers, and so he's one of our speakers, and he will be speaking about AI because that's one of his expertise alongside human-computer interaction. So he wants to also talk about how it's being used in industry, for example, in medicine, politics, and manufacturing. This will be an amazing opportunity for you to learn about the industry, ask him questions, and for you to network with him. So after the talk, you can pop him a message, and this goes for every single other guest speaker that we have. Connect with them on LinkedIn, send them a message, and this will benefit you and for your future. And I hope to see all of you in this event. Thank you.
Thanks, Roz. So yeah, Gabe was also my first year tutor, and I can tell you he's very knowledgeable about what he does, and he works with some very interesting technologies and looking how we can implement AI into different applications. Now I'm going to be talking about Google AI and Explore ML. Now AI is probably my subset of computer science I'm very interested in. Now AI is this very scary term that's thrown around quite a lot. No one really understands how it works from the outside. Like if you've never explored AI, it sounds very complicated, very mathsy. But nowadays we live in a modern era of AI, and AI is everywhere. And a lot of people can actually develop AI quite easily. And there's platforms that exist right now that you can develop AI programs and neural networks without actually writing a single line of code. It's really about understanding the fundamental concepts behind it. Now, the Explore ML track with Google AI is all about trying to teach people how AI works. We're going to be developing different applications, walking through what TensorFlow is and how you can you can actually write AI code within probably 50 lines of code if you knew some coding. Our whole plan is to actually bring a coding workshop to get people who've never coded before to actually start to learn how to code and develop this. But also through the Google Cloud platform, we'd be able to show you how you can actually develop AI with no code. So that's going to be really exciting. Now, we do have a lot planned. However, that's some of the ideas that we brainstormed. A lot of this is up to you and what you want to learn. And we're going to do another Slido, which will be a word cloud of the sorts of things you want to learn. So let me just set this all up again. Okay, cool. Give me a sec. Here we go. So if you guys could all join the Slido and let us know what sort of things you want to learn this year throughout the DSC. Let's have a look if anyone's on here. No, it's a different link this time. So just scan the QR code or just type #LearnDSC. There you go, Vidhi's put it on. Ooh, virtual reality, interesting, okay. Kubernetes, augmented reality, coding. Cloud, UX. All right, interesting. We have a diverse number of people here. Android, ML. So AI is definitely there, but there's a lot of virtual reality and augmented reality showing up here. Keras, wow, okay. Some people already explored into TensorFlow. AI without coding is there. Holograms, okay, that one's going to be interesting to teach. So core team might have to start brainstorming how that one's going to work. Google Assistant, yeah. Python, we can definitely do that. Cryptocurrency, okay. Stock management, distributed system design, perfect. Okay, Mark's going to be great for that. So the main ones that are sticking out to me are AI, coding, so we'll probably do a coding workshop, cloud, HTML, augmented reality, holograms, cybersecurity is definitely one we should look at. UX design, augmented reality is one we can definitely do. Google Assistant, TensorFlow, JavaScript, I'm starting to see. So that web development course might actually be very interesting for most people, especially if you want to get into UI design. Google Glasses on there. I don't really know what there is to teach about that one, but maybe that's the hologram one. Holograms and AR could probably be merged. Let's get a few more, see if anything changes. Let's have a look. Software engineering, ML. So, you know, one thing we could potentially do is talk about different ways that software like development goes in agile methodologies, waterfall, CI/CD. Cybersecurity is definitely one that's getting bigger, I can tell. AI is at the center, so I'm more than happy to do AI. Data analytics. Wow, that's great. MATLAB has made me numb. Okay, cool. How to create actions. Okay, we could definitely do something with Google Assistant because that involves some level of machine learning involved. Robotics, cool. We definitely should get some engineering stuff with 3D printing going along. I'm guessing the Pixel one was Pixel. Yeah, Pixel is definitely getting big. So what sort of stuff do people want to learn? If you're in the YouTube chat, tell us what sort of stuff you want to learn about Google Pixel. Cybersecurity is getting very big. Okay. Is there certain areas of cybersecurity? Yeah, Brunel Robotic Engineering Society has spoken to us already, and we are planning stuff. Pixel got even bigger. Wow. Kubernetes, operating systems, data analytics. Perfect. Great. You guys are doing a great job. See if that changes, or if not, I'm probably gonna. Cool. Perfect. Let's go back onto this now. And let's talk about what we're doing after this break. Over here. Cool. Give me a sec. Perfect. So, like I mentioned earlier, Google hosts something called the Google Solution Challenge. Now, this is basically a challenge that's run by Google that's made for student developers to solve problems in their local community. Now, this is going to happen later towards 2021, and there's quite a while left. However, it's very important to start thinking of how these ideas would happen. Solution challenge is extremely important. We're going to talk about more like the prizes people learn and stuff like that. But we want to do a mini one with you guys now to get you to know you better. So you get to know us a bit better and stuff like that. And during the event, we'll be picking out some names of people that we think are contributing really well, and we'll basically pick them out and we'll contact them later to see if we can sort something out for them. Slide's extremely blurred apparently. Give it a second. Let me maybe stop screen sharing for a sec. And sorry for that. Let's do it now. Is that any better? Cool, perfect. So yeah, solution challenge. Google normally gives out prizes, but we're going to give out some prizes for our mini one. Some people that we think performed extremely well with the solution challenge. So if you want to sign up, please scan the QR code. Also, can one of the members of the core team drop the link into chat on how you can sign up to take part of our solution challenge. By signing, you'll be agreeing that you're going to join the respected team you're assigned to. The team might be quite big. You'll also collaborate with others within your team. We're going to go into breakout rooms for this and abide by the Google Developer Community Guidelines that we mentioned earlier. But yes, so the project that we're doing is the solution we're trying to find today is a local restaurant is worried about the impact of COVID on their business. They want to boost their sales and increase their customer base, but are limited to a smaller sit-down intake at the restaurant. So if you guys can find a solution to this, take part. We'll be selecting the people we think perform best, and we'll contact them after the event. So yeah, we're going to take a little 15-minute break. Can you fill this in over the next 5 to 10 minutes? We'll be closing the form and assigning the teams. And yeah, so we'll see you guys after the 15-minute break.
There's a moment in your body.
I wanna be your friend. I wanna root together. I wanna be your pet. I wanna make some money, money, money. I wanna waste some time. I wanna be your buddy, but honey, this world is mine. This world is mine. I'm stuck on a loop and I can't vacate. Truth is I can't stay safe. Ready to be free of this pain and I can't wait. Can't do right or do wrong. Keep quiet or retire or be cool and move on. Don't want it inside or right. Wanna eat till I'm green, living clean with a diet. No, fuck's giving reached an all-time low. Feet don't fail me now, I just wanna go. The beating's over. Never felt so alone. Oh, CP culture. Why do I feel so low? Oh, sticks and stones and broken bones are involved. I don't know any better. I wanna live forever. I wanna be your friend. I wanna root together. I wanna be your pet. I wanna make some money, money, money. I wanna waste some time. I wanna be your buddy. Oh honey, this world is mine. This world is mine. Take me away, cause I don't wanna wait. See another day. Straight jacket or chains, don't mind either way. Vanity, so close to insanity. Isn't me, couldn't be, I'm too young and pretty. The beating's over. I never felt so alone. Oh, keep me closer. Don't wanna feel so cold. Oh, sticks and stones and broken bones are involved. I don't know any better. I wanna live forever. I wanna be your friend. I wanna root together. I wanna be your pet. I wanna make some money, money, money. I wanna waste some time. I wanna be your buddy, but honey, this world is mine. I wanna live forever. I wanna be spared. I wanna be better. Don't wanna be scared. This world. I wanna live forever.
A little something like this. Here we go. I got nothing but a little song, little tune to play, make a good time roll. No, I got nothing but a bag of green, 2 dancing shoes, and my friends with me. Well, I got nothing but a little song, little tune to play, make a good time roll. No, I got nothing but a bag of green, 2 dancing shoes, and my friends with me. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, 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 go. Don't that feel real funky, y'all? Now, usually we don't do this, but I think I'm gonna need a little help from the horn section. Is that all right? Yeah. And that goes a little something like this. Here we go. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Here we go. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. And it goes a little something like this. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm sorry. Here we go. Here we go. Look, I done smoked the whole other joint. After listening to that shit. American me, wearing a hairnet as a teen, feeding my arrogance to be seen. Embarrassed to care, I was scared, unaware of my dreams. Just an heir to what my parents had seen. How unfair it all seems. Collar to throat was the barrio joke. Had 3 flowers, a comb, and some dollar store locs. Iron and rags, keep your eye on the sack. A disguise for those admired but never fired a mag. I grew tired of that. I grew eyes on my back. They drew iron when I drew rhymes. Now who's firing back? Told myself, keep your mind on them raps. Knowing damn well this shit's chest. Denzel in distress for the damsel. Lying on track 719, my spring training days. Clever with rhymes, I ain't explaining a thing. Though I ain't claiming the bang. I say the criminal slang. I speak better with signs and subliminal hymnals. Lines look minimal until I paint a king. Be a Rodney or mine who can make the claim. When it's minds like Stevens who create the game. Be a touch, Louis or Midas, the mistakes of James. These times got me relying on the king and kings. Cause ain't a hand that can change a thing. Can you blame the ring? We'll paint a man with some angel wings. So keep it moving. My style's deep, see me confusing me at 20 in a league of our own. Where have you been? Where art thou? You who trend? Where is art now? Please let me clue you in. I said 20, Val League, see, I drop jewels and use the last 3 bars and parts to prelude. Dang, Sylvan said, I see you, man. Brought my skills from LA to the EU land and form altar. And on this altar, I offer my language to all words are all burned, sort of like an autumn. See my loose leaf changing and my too deep say it and we'll all learn. I said, language, altar, and Auburn. I'm saying pages are getting read as they all turn, but they on an altar. I'm saying
and they all burn. Words are getting purged and the flames call our song turns. If all of our songs earn and we get paid well, is it cause we all learn that only fame sells? If you're not at all concerned if we get paid well, you can take a name, just make sure that it's framed well and hang it high. Expose it to every angle. Guess it's all the same when they claim no one came to. Maybe it's a way that our name's spelled. Altar, a little lower than the angels.
Done wrong, left your heart torn. Is that what devils do? Took you so long, where only fools go. I shook the angel and young. Now I'm rising from the ground, rising up to you. Filled with all the strength I found, there's nothing I can't do. It's unforgivable. A stolen burnt your soul. Is that what demons do? They rule the world to me, destroy everything. They bring down angels like you. Now I'm rising from the ground, rising up to you. Filled with all the strength I found, there's nothing I can't do. I need to know now, can you love me again? I need to know now, can you love me again? Can you love me again? Oh, I told you once again, do this again, do this again. I told you once again, do this again, do this again. I need to know now, can you love me again? I need to know now, can you love me again? I need to know now,
Yeah. I had a lot of dreams growing up. Magnitude intimidating cause the road is tough. Heart was aching cause our kind is never understood. People doubt you if you're doing things they never would. Get a hand out. Yeah, I wish a dreamer would. Hands down till a man's down. Gotta do it. Oh. Work class and electrified gas. I'ma smash till I pass all the privileged guys. Negative energy, give me amplified. I've been touring France without dope to get me high. Yeah, hey, on God I'm strong. Walks on the rings of the teams I'm out. Watch me. Hey, yeah, hey. Gonna get a whole lot of gold on the neck. Just watch me. Hey, hey. Doing things that you're saying that I can't. Just watch me. Watch me. Came here with a dream to achieve, just watch me. Hey, young brother, just watch me. Hey, young sister, just watch me. Hey, I never did it for the mass appeal. Committed 10,000 hours trying to master skill. Hey, and now my spirit can be tamed. Body is in shape. Prepare the better weight of the world on my shoulder. Better ready. And every obstacle I face with composure. Yeah, that is what my dreams are made of. And every night I didn't sleep is gonna pay off. Show everyone that ever doubted me their way off. Say ready, go for the takeoff. Just watch me. Yeah, hey, say ready, go for the takeoff. Watch me. Gonna get a whole lot of gold on the neck. Just watch me. Doing things that you're saying that I can't. Just watch me. Watch me. Came here with a dream to achieve. Just watch me. Hey, young brother, just watch me. Hey, young sister, just watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Get it, just watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Just watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me. Watch me.
All right, cool. Hey, everyone. Thanks for all the responses. We've got about 39. So we have 3 teams. Each will be led by a core team member, 1 or 2 of them. We'll be releasing them in a bit. I just want to give you some more information on how we're going to be running this and what the solution challenge is about. So you really get to understand, what this challenge is all about. Anyway. So cool. The Google Solution Challenge is probably the biggest thing that happens in developer student clubs. This is the first time Brunel will take a part because this is the first time that we've ever had a developer student club. And yeah, we'll take part next year. The prize can vary. This year, when they finished theirs, basically the winning team was able to visit Google headquarters or Googleplex in Mountain View, California. They were given a mentorship by Google engineers, and they were given 1 free year access. Oh, and another, they gave a 3-year access to Pluralsight. And if you don't know what Pluralsight is, it's basically this big developer platform where you get to learn any sort of coding skill. It's probably the best in the industry, but it's very expensive. Google will supply that if you win the Google Solution Challenge, and you get exclusive swag, which is really cool. But yeah. The rules of the contest for the Google Solution Challenge is the first rule is it has to be a local community problem. For our mini solution challenge, we've chosen the problem for you, which I'm going to display on the screen right now. It's a local restaurant is worried about the impact of COVID-19 on their business. They want to boost their sales and increase their customer base, but are limited to a smaller sit-down intake at their restaurants. How are we going to solve this, right? So we had to, this is our problem. It has to be built by members of a DSC, and because you're attending this event, you are now automatically members of a DSC. You have to develop custom codes, so it can't be stolen from another product or stuff like that. It has to be your own code. And at the end of it, you must produce a demo video. Normally, you would have to integrate Google technologies. However, because this is your first time really having a go at the solution challenge, we're not going to be using this rule. You're allowed to use any technology that you like and try and just find a solution using technology and how we can solve this problem. I'm now going to display a quick video. I'm going to make sure I shared the audio as well. Basically, as an example of a past solution challenge, they went into the finals. I don't think they won, but they went into the finals, and they had a very good app. This is from a DSC based in Ghana, making an augmented reality navigation app for their local shopping center. Sorry, can you guys not hear the audio? Okay, give me a second.
When I came to first year, I found it difficult navigating a lot of facilities on campus. Most first year students, they found it a major challenge. So I said, okay, this is something that we really need to solve. The DSC is a community where students who are like-minded come together to learn technologies in cloud, Android development, and web development. So after a few workshops, I figured that we could solve accessibility for first-year students. We decided to use the mall as a use case to build a navigation system using AR technology. At first, people were like, this is really a complex problem to solve. But then after we broke the problem down, we realized that all the technologies we had to use, we had already learned them in our DSC workshops.
When I heard about it, I was like, David, I need to join this project because I was lost basically the entire first academic year. And that's what DSC does. It gives you a project and it makes sure that you are well equipped to work on the project.
So we had a lot of volunteers and we broke them into teams. First, we had a Blender team to get a 3D model of the building. Then we had the Unity and Scripted team who got the models and made it interactive and available to the Android team, who built the screens and the app and used Firebase, which stores user data and for business analytics. And we had the UI team who created the designer set and all the dynamic interfaces you see. Last, we had the documentation team who put everything into one file to make it available to the open source community.
My name is Paul and I study chemistry. I got inspired by attending one of the DSC seminars. I'm actually very impressed about my brother's journey here because as a computer science student, I just have to focus on the PC part, computer building apps, but he has something else to do. But he's still taking some time off to help us and he's really doing a good job. Now I can build Android apps. That means I can use that as a part-time job and maybe chemistry as my full-time job, or maybe the vice versa.
There were times that we had to meet in the evenings. There were times we had to meet early in the morning just to get the project working.
It was hard, but then we looked at the bigger picture and realized that, okay, we can do this. So yeah, DSC is a family and it's about the learning of teamwork and leadership.
What we've built is not a perfect app, but we've come a long way by being able to use the knowledge that we gain from our DSC workshops. My God, this is cool. Who wouldn't love this?
So as you can see from that video, they came together as a team, as a community, and developed an app and a solution to a problem a lot of people had. I'm wondering, hopefully you guys can still hear me. I'm not sure, but hopefully yes. But yeah, so this is something we're trying to do with the solution challenge, something Google is also trying to do. And obviously, like they mentioned in the video, they didn't know the technologies from the beginning, and we don't expect you to know these technologies. We don't expect you to know how to use Firebase, TensorFlow, Android app development. We don't expect you to know it. We just want you to be able to want to learn and help develop and grow as developers and as technology enthusiasts as well. So that's the goal, right? The DSC. At the end of the day, we're a student community hoping to help our community using Google technologies, and that keyword is help, right? The solutions we make must help and enhance the experience of the DSCs. of the community, sorry. So it's time for our mini solution challenge, right? So like I put the problem in the corner now, I'm going to release the link to find out what teams you are in. Just give me a sec, make sure. Or can someone from the core team maybe just post it into chat? These links will have your teams. They will also have a Google Meet link. Please go to the Google Meet links. These are your breakout rooms with your team. We'll have a quick talk. You'll meet your people leading it. So it might be one core team member or two core team members. Maybe do quick introductions. It's really up to the member that's running your breakout room. Is someone able to send the link? Sorry, I just want to make sure. Yeah, there we go. Matt's posted it. If you just click on that link, you'll be able to go to your Google Sheet, join it. We'll be back in about, I think it's about 45 minutes. It depends on the progress of all the groups. Then we'll go back, we'll talk about what each group came out. And then, like I said at the beginning, we'll pick out those few teams that did a very good job. Not a team, like few people within those teams who did a very good job, and we'll contact them and we have something for them to give them. So it's worth doing a good job on this, and it's very good practice for when we go to that real solution challenge and work as a community to try and develop a very good solution. So I'll see you guys in about 45 minutes, and if you're in my team, which is Team Oreo, I'll meet you soon. Hey everyone, I am back. Can you all hear me? If core team could just check on the private chat, let me know. Let me see. Cool. We're gonna get some more people hopefully flooding back in to the stream now, get our numbers back up. But yeah, so letting the core team know, I'm going to be inviting you on stage in just about a few minutes, let some people join. And we're going to be discussing the ideas we saw. And then we're going to do our Q&A. So you guys will get to ask the whole core team about events, about, you know, who we are, stuff like that. Get to know us a little bit better. But yeah, so let's get these numbers back up. We're going up slowly. Hey everyone, welcome back, welcome back. I like to say, before the rest of the core team comes, I'm very confident that Team Oreo did very well. I like to say, like, you guys are gonna have some tough competition. There are some really good ideas going around. But I'm interested to see what we have going on. Like I said, we're basically presenting these ideas again to everyone. And then we also, if you have some ideas, put them down in chat, add to it. Exactly, Matt is right. Team Oreo are the winners in this one. But yeah, so it's cool. I'm going to add everyone back to the core team back to the stream. Okay.
Hi everyone.
Hey, by the way, guys, you might notice you can't see Petco. Petco had to go. But yeah, you'll see him again. He'll be coming a lot more frequently. But yes, cool. Hey everyone, welcome back. Now, I'm thinking we should all do it like this. So we're all laid out quite nicely and we can discuss each of our respective teams. So I'll start with Team Oreo. So me and Roz were leading Team Oreo. There were some really good ideas, in my opinion. A lot of people basically were centering around this booking system, but also merging a booking system. Oh, Vidi has gone. That's fine. A booking system that was merged between basically a reward system, but also a booking system. Vidi is back. Let me add her back. There we go. Booking system that was merged between basically a reward system, but also Video is back. Let me add it back. There we go. System that was merged between.
Yeah, I can hear it too.
Basically, I can hear feedback. Okay, I think it was Vidi. Let me see if you can shut her out and then I'll add it back. But yeah, so yeah, so it was like this reward system with this booking app type thing, which I thought was a cool idea. Like you get points if you would book with them. Also, there was one that really stuck out to me. I'll try and find it right now.
I really like the one where they merged it with the NHS app.
Yeah, that NHS app.
That was quite cool.
So you'd have a booking system merged with the Oreos are overrated. No, but basically, you basically merge the NHS app with this booking system, which I thought was quite interesting because for those who don't know, we merged. We all had like an idea at the before stream, like just in case people didn't know. But yeah, you guys really did a great job. So yeah, we'd have like this booking app that basically merged with the NHS COVID app. But then also there was an app with like a phone call idea, which I thought was really cool. So customer service through apps for both checking in and out. But maybe a way of you could link tables, right? So maybe if you had a group of longer than six, like more than 6 people, right? And you have to split tables, correct? Maybe if you could link those tables virtually by like a phone call or like a video call, stuff like that, whatever.
I'll have an Oreo up.
Yeah. But yeah, so stuff like that. I thought it was a really great idea overall. But like I said, a lot of these, there were like a good difficulties, like multiple booking for one time. All the generations do find technology harder to use. And you know, it's like people won't always use the app because there's an app, like user interface has to be good and stuff like that. So everyone took that into consideration when doing it. KitKat is getting a lot of love. So I think we'll go to Team KitKat, which was Matt.
Well, I didn't get the chance to say to my group, but you handled that perfectly. So we had one member that said they didn't know anything about coding, but had worked in the food industry. And then we have other members that have worked in coding and haven't worked in the food industry. And that's what all of this is about. It's about bringing you guys together to solve real world problems with the skills that we can teach you. So just well done to all of you. That was really great. And we had, I think we are going to turn this business into a really superior chain to everyone else. We were talking about how we can sort of use the data that we'd get through starting a website for this business. So we can use transactional data, POS data, and then start an online menu. And we're using the order data in a special way to sort of optimize their business. So we can look at table bookings and we can organize the restaurant in the perfect way to optimize those bookings. If we've got some downtime in the middle of the day, then we can fill those seats up, and we can also get more orders out. So we were talking about doing offers when we know that we don't have a lot of orders normally. So you might have on a Tuesday at midday, people don't really order things, so we're losing revenue. Maybe we put an offer on and we say, look, guys, you'll get your order in 15 minutes flat because we know that we don't get a lot of orders at this time. And we'll also do it with 10% off, or maybe even starting a reward system. There was talk of that as well. And then they also wanted to take that into optimizing sort of the food chain of the business. And we can order products based on when we know we're going to use them, and do offers based on when we know they're going to expire. So I think in terms of revenue over turn and reaching as many people as possible, we are smashing it a lot more than you guys. So go Team KitKat. Well done on everyone in Team KitKat. That was great. So yeah, thank you.
Cool, perfect. And Team Marshmallow, can you tell us like what sort of stuff was mentioned in yours?
I haven't really got a chance to look over all the responses. We actually got so many responses, and I think Team Marshmallow did really well. We had so many ideas, but I didn't really go through all of them. But they're kind of similar to what you guys just said. And actually, Vidhi was monitoring the document, and her internet is not really good at the moment.
Okay. Let's see if Vidhi can come back. Hey Vidhi, we're wondering what sort of stuff was done in Marshmallow if your internet's okay, or you can give it in private chat and I can maybe read it out for you guys. We're wondering what sort of stuff was done in Marshmallow if your internet's okay.
Hello, can
you
guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my internet is doing the thing again.
Okay.
So we had a lot of website ideas. A lot of people said creating a website would be great. But one that really stood out of all of them was it was again a website. Most people went for a website. It was
Can we ask her to
actually,
send
most of them said about creating a code or algorithm to sort out the slots and choose the tables and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I
and
think what we're gonna do.
mobile POS systems.
Oh, point of okay.
A lot, yeah.
So what I'm going to try and do right now is share this and let people vote on who they thought what team won. So you guys can join.
This is going to be so biased.
Yeah, this is really biased. I'm just interested. Let's just see.
I'm voting.
See, this is how you already know it's biased when the leads are already voting for their own teams.
Shouldn't we? Are you?
Huh? I'm not going to vote. Oh, already. Oreo got 0. Where's Team Oreo? Come on, Team Oreo, represent right now.
KitKat. Come on, guys.
No, Oreo, what's happening? Wait.
Oh, come on, Oreo's back. Come on, Oreo. Come on.
Marshmallow.
Come on.
KitKat for the win.
Oh,
no,
come on, Oreo. Make me proud, Oreo. Make me proud.
No,
Why? Come on. Come on.
Share the link with your friends.
Oh, God, that is always the movement.
No.
That's getting too close. Marshmallow's making it. Oh. You know what? I've got to represent my team as well. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. You guys voted as well. You guys voted.
We only had one team leader.
Okay, then I did it for it. Oh, okay.
There we go. It's too late. It's too late. 45. Come on. We'll give it a few more minutes. Let's see.
Marshmallow and KitKat list.
Come on. Come on. No. Come on, Oreo.
No, Oreo.
Oh.
Can you see how many people voted?
Team Oreo.
51.
I may or may not have melted into a KitKat from a marshmallow.
Come on, marshmallows, where are you?
Come on, Oreo. Marshmallows are representing in chat, but they're not on the thing. Come on, Oreo.
I
Come
think
on,
that's
Oreo's making a
everyone.
lead. Come on,
Wait, how is
Oreo.
it?
Have we got more people
50?
voting than
Marshmallows,
I know
right?
what people are doing.
They can see comments,
People are
but I
opening new
can't see it.
tabs and like voting.
Okay, let's
That's
just
how.
say the Oreo won.
Yeah, we'll say Oreo
Let's
won. I
just
think
say,
that's.
yeah. Sorry, guys.
No.
There's no
I
cheating.
saw
We
50%
won.
a second ago, so I'm going. That's a majority win.
51%. We won.
Oh yeah. 51 done, sorted. Oreo won. The core team will be talking later about the people we thought represented each team very well, contacting them individually. But yeah, free Oreo for everyone in my teams. Cool, perfect. That was great, guys, especially as our first ever mini solution challenge. We're planning on doing a ton more stuff just like this. Really excited about it. So let's go back onto this PowerPoint. Core team, you can stay up here, by the way, because we'll be talking about each other a bit more. Let's make sure. There we go. Anyway, as you can see, we have a lot of exciting things planned throughout the year. And, you know, like everything being virtual because of COVID, it's going to be more tricky. However, we're trying to make this stuff a lot more interesting. We're trying these polls, trying these breakout rooms, stuff like that. It's going to be difficult. But yeah, so that's what we're trying to do. Your feedback is really greatly appreciated. And also, if we have this continuous support throughout our events, it motivates us a lot more. So what you're seeing in the top left and in the bottom right now is our Instagram. Please go follow. We've put a lot of work into it. We're over 100 followers, but we want to keep going and getting more and more. You'll get every update on events. We might even do exclusive giveaways, exclusive facts, stuff like that for our Instagram account. So it's worth staying. Wait, there we go. So yeah, it's worth staying on our Instagram and making sure that you keep up to date with everything we do throughout the year. If you can join, a lot of people here who attended, who just pressed like, you know, obviously you signed up for the event, but you didn't join the DSC as a member. Just press join us. It basically keeps track. You'll get email notifications of everything we do and see all of our events on one platform, on the DSC platform. So it's really useful to for us. So all you need to do is go to dsc.community.dev/Brunel University London, and you'll be able to press join us, log in with a Google account. And yeah, sorry. So someone just asked, do you also do event notifications through different mediums? We have a Facebook, which basically replicates our Instagram. If you go into the DSC platform, you get email notifications. You also get Instagram notifications. Yeah. And we will try different voting systems throughout the year. That was just something we came across at the beginning. But yeah, so press join us, use your Google account, sign up, and you'll get new email notifications about everything we do. Cool. Now we're going to do a quick Q&A. And I think Vidi's back, so hopefully I can add her to the screen. Hey, Vidi.
Finally.
Hey. Okay, cool. We're going to do a quick Q&A. If I can set this all up, give me a sec. Where's the Q&A? Here we go. Present it. Here we go. These our last questions, aren't they? Oh, is this Matt just now?
No, I haven't done anything today.
Cool. So if you guys join this, we'll be taking polls right now. You can ask us questions about the DSC. If you're more interested in who we are and stuff like that, feel free to ask us any questions. We're going to be here for a bit, and then yeah. So just message us right now. I think I can even make. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. I want to get you guys. Cool. Latest question: how are you all doing? We're doing well. Was that by someone? I don't know.
I'm not quite sure.
Oh no, these are.
The reason they're not coming up is because ours are liked from when we did it.
Yeah. So you guys got to vote up each other's questions so we can see them. What is the plan for the rest of the year? We have a lot. You got a sneak peek. We have quite a few guest speakers. What we're planning on doing is getting a guest speaker to come up before we start our workshops to get you guys hyped up about the technology we're going to be teaching you. And so you can basically just get a better understanding. Why is these questions? Can you guys vote up each of the questions if you have the same questions? I was trying to delete them. There we go. Sort by. Okay, cool. I'm trying to delete these old ones when we used to test it. Cool. Does Hafisa have an IG? That's up to you. Follow us on Instagram instead. I think that might be a better idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one's sorted. When is the next event? Okay, so we don't have a timeline as of yet. We wanted to really gauge what you guys wanted. However, from the amazing response of this first event, I'm pretty sure the core team can. We expected so many less people to attend and be excited, but you guys have been amazing. But yeah, so we're planning on doing another one this month at least, which will be a guest speaker coming to talk. Like I said, keep up to date on Instagram, show us some love so we can make sure that we're making sure everyone's getting involved. So that answers those two questions. Missed the team sign up part. So the core team now sign up is now closed. That was back end of August. These guys had to go through a grilling interview process, and I'm very sorry again for you guys having to go through that. But yeah, so they made it through. However, the DSC core team is open to expanding. Once we start getting more and more people, the events get harder and harder to run. So we will need more people to get involved. So keep in touch, basically keep involved with the DSC. How we'll be recruiting next core team members are people who really get involved in our events and stuff like that. And people we can see as basically faces for the club. So yeah, that'd be great. Can we get in contact with you guys? We're starting. Yes, please do. So the email address is, and I will put it up right now. If you guys want to get in contact with us, let me put this email address up.
And also, if you go into the main page of DSC Brunel, at the bottom of the page, there is contact us.
Yep. We all of us get this thing. Contact us at this email. We're more than happy to talk about starting projects and stuff like that. If you guys want to run an event, like maybe you're really good at a certain technology and want to teach it, we're more than happy to talk to you about how you can teach this. So yes, you can. What else? Is there a placement job? I'm guessing you're talking about Google. This DSC does not guarantee you a place at Google. A lot of people are putting this on their LinkedIn as well. Just wanted to talk about this right now in an open format. By joining the DSC, you are part of DSC Brunel. However, when you put something under your work experience, because you haven't been employed by us or the Google developer community, technically you aren't able to put this on. Obviously, there's no stopping you doing it. We're trying to make sure when you guys go to apply for placements and they start asking you questions, you don't get into any trouble around this. So I wouldn't, if I were you. Tips for first year computer science students. I guess, I don't know, does anyone else want to take this over? Like, I have no tips.
Just stay on top of stuff and like stay focused, especially when it's group work and it's all virtual this year. So make sure they communicate with all your group members and your tutor. Like even with your tutor, you need to have a good relationship with them. So yeah, just keep on top of your notes and actually attend the lectures and labs.
Perfect, great. I just realized the team question wasn't for the core team, it was for Oreo, and obviously Team Oreo will always stay victorious no matter what. So it's fine, you can always join Team Oreo. Great. First year.
Team Kick still.
For tips for first year student on my behalf is, like Rose said, stay on top of stuff. It's quite a fun year, get involved in as much as you can, and it will really help you when you go into your CVs and stuff like that. Being part of this DSC and learning the technologies that we're showing is a really great way of doing that. So yeah, great. Any WhatsApp group? Potentially we could.
Don't have one.
I feel like it would be a good idea
at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, we have one for the core team, but if we're talking about one for the entire club, potentially, yeah, we can work on making that and sending it out. For now, we have our Instagram, so stay up to date. If we do release one, you guys can join through Instagram.
Followers already.
It's great. You guys have been amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So yeah, any WhatsApp group. Team KitKat still number one. Now, I think Matt, this is something for you to maybe get involved in if you want to.
KitKat is still number one. I think the voting was a cheat from Harris and from Rob.
Wow.
No,
we have no confirmation that they weren't opening multiple tabs. And Harris, you sort of knew how people were doing it a bit too quickly. So I think there's a conspiracy. But yeah, KitKat's still number one. I've actually just seen a comment about trying to get Brunel EV and the developers to join forces and use AI to boost performance.
Yeah,
I think that's a really exciting topic.
Yeah.
And like bring us all your ideas, because we'll try and do what we can to get them going.
So yeah, we're very keen on helping others out, and like obviously when we help our local community also counts as Brunel. So if you guys know anyone we should get in contact with, please let us know on our Instagrams, contact us, stuff like that. We're more than happy. We want to expand this club, make it huge. So yeah, when is the talk with Mark Steinbeck? Very soon. Strybeck, sorry, it is, but not Steinbeck. Strybeck will be very soon. We're planning on that happening hopefully this month. He's very keen. We're probably going to calling it Fireside Chat with Mark Strybeck. It's a very informal chat about his career, what he does, and you can ask him questions. I think that'd be really great for you guys to get to meet him. He's a really great guy.
And I had to research him a bit to talk about him, and he is like amazing. Like he has developed all of these philosophies and stuff about agile working, and he's not just like a tech guy, he's a happy workplace guy. Like he is getting performance out of his teams because he cares about his teams. Like he's a really cool dude. Yeah,
I mean, we had a chat. I had a chat with him probably 2 weeks ago to help him arrange like how we were arranging it. It was meant to be a half an hour chat, and it turned into 2 hours just because this guy is. You can talk so much with him. He's amazing. But yeah, is this purely based on coding, or can coding be coding with a physical outcome too? So I think you're talking about like, do you need to know coding and like stuff like that? You will learn coding throughout this. You know, get into computer science or technology, you should know some coding, and coding is a very scary term for most people. We're going to break it down to like really minimums and stuff like that. You will know everything. And obviously I talked about AI with no coding. We will help you build neural networks applications with no coding experience. So yeah. Oh wow, these questions are coming in. Social events. We had a plan, and it's up to you guys. So comment on the YouTube chat if you want this, that we were going to do a quick social corner where you get to chat with us. We get to know you a bit better as well. So if you guys still want that, we can arrange that for straight after this. So yeah, and I just saw the latest question was face-to-face or virtual. For now, for the foreseeable future, unfortunately, it has to be virtual. We were so keen on doing in-person events, and then Boris has told us that 6 people is the maximum we're allowed. If by next year we end up the restrictions lowered and we will 100% go to face-to-face events, and we can't wait to meet you guys, work with you, and create some really great stuff. So yeah. When will there be an event for Cloud?
Soon we'll release the dates. Maybe keep checking our Instagram and the DSC page.
Someone's asked, why is the secret word pina coladas?
It's for your feedback.
Yeah.
So if you at the end of this, yeah, go on.
So the reason we do secret words is a Google tradition that basically, obviously, one of the hard things about running a virtual event is that some people just don't pay attention all the time. So we wanted a secret word in there to, you know, make sure you guys are listening, and whenever it pops up, that you can keep a track of it. And when you fill in the feedback form, just enter that, so we know you were actually listening. And pina coladas, I think, is Matt's favorite drink. I don't know. So yeah,
not just my favorite drink, it's a great song as well.
Yeah, it is a great song. I might play
it's
that
called
as our outro song
by Rupert Holmes. It's a great song.
We'll add it as our leaving song for today. Okay. But yeah, so the Cloud event will be soon, probably before the end of the year. We'll add it, and we have 2 great speakers lined up for that, and a whole workshop lined up, so it'll be really fun. Do you think everything will be online as yet? That one.
Actually, I'm in my 2nd year at the moment. It's Vidhi who's doing a placement year.
Yeah. So if enough people are interested, we can potentially hold a careers event. We can get some people from the Professional Development Center to come down, talk about careers and technology, and that's for anyone of all degrees. So if you guys are interested, let us know. Put that in the comments. Oh, I was checking the thing. Pina coladas plus Kit Kats equals perfection.
I was going to say, if you guys want CV tips, I could provide like some Instagram posts and post like placement advice as well. So that would be
so cool. Yeah, PDC people are looking like they're interested. So we'll sort that out. We have some contacts in the PDC who are very helpful, and they'll definitely be willing to help us out. And yeah, so we can help with your placements and stuff like that. How are you all doing? That's nice. I'm doing well. Don't know about you guys.
Yeah,
Cool,
pretty good.
good. Team Oreo will win, and that was correct. When's the next event? I think these ones answered before, but yeah. What other events will you organize? We have a ton. It's really, but you want your feedback on what sort of events you want. And in the feedback form, that's one of the questions. When is the next meeting / lecture? We don't like to call them lectures. We like to call them like events or something. But look out for one. We'll probably be doing one in the next few weeks again. And that will be our guest speaker. Never closed before. Will you organize an event? Yeah, so one of the things we want to do is open a beginner track because we understand that everyone here has done basically, and not everyone has actually coded before. So we want to make sure that, everyone can learn. Coding is scary. We understand that. So we're going to run some beginner track courses on like Python and help you develop some very basic programs and stuff like that to build you up to get ready to compete in the solution challenge. When do the events normally occur? That's a really good question. We don't even know, honestly. We're planning for, a few a month. This event was the hardest to organize, try and get your traction. So one of the greatest things will be if you guys can help us like promote this, spread the word out. It would really help us organize the events, and that means we can do it a lot more frequently. And it would gain we're a non-profit organization. We don't request any money from you. So sponsorships and stuff like that would help us if we started to have word of mouth and a larger number of people attending these events. So your help would really help us out there. Here we go. So what programming language am I competent in? Okay, so I mainly started in Python a few years ago, and then I've gone to Java, C#, Golang. I work with different libraries like TensorFlow, Pygame, MATLAB. I'm interested in AI a lot more. But yeah, I learned Java while I was at university. I've been working on JavaScript a lot over the summer in data visualization, so using those sort of libraries and stuff like that. When will the events be on? Will the events be on Saturday? So Saturday was our first idea. If you guys like this sort of format, we can keep it Saturdays. If you have any suggestions, let us know on the feedback form or right now. But yeah, so let us know. Saturday was probably the best day because you all were free. So yeah. Can we link with the cool members through Instagram? Potentially, it's up to them if they accept your follow request or anything like that. So yes, it's up to them, but we just recommend you keep it to our DSC Brunel account. I don't know if Roz wants to answer this one. It's like design specific opportunities for UI and branding and stuff like that.
Definitely. I feel like UI and UX will definitely be covered, especially Flutter, because that's a Google technology. And also, like Petco mentioned before, we've got a web development course as well planned. So yeah, we will.
Great. What do we win from the future solution event? This one is still up in the air. We're yet to hear back from Google on the plans. We just gave it as a preview. It depends if it's in person or virtual. Right now, they're planning for virtual, obviously, but it might be in person for all we know. It's completely up to them. We really have no say on what happens. In our mini events, we're planning on, depending on our sponsorships and stuff like that, on giving away a few things every so often to keep that engagement up, keep you guys excited and stuff like that. What's the secret word for? It's up for our feedback form. Are you going to organize coding classes? We said yes. When do events get held? Up to you. Hafisa, apparently you're quite quiet. I don't think Hafisa's quite quiet.
Yeah, it's
just the questions.
Yeah. What sort of time commitment will the project be? I mean, maths and master's students, so maybe you can talk about time commitment. You've been through year 3 and everything, so.
Year 3, you can put in as much effort as you want. It's just it will determine your final grade. I would say, I think from the DSC, we're expecting to run at the very minimum 1 event a month. We want to keep you guys engaged. We want to keep teaching you stuff. And there won't be a lot of, we're not going to set homework. It's not going to be like attending another module on top of what you're already studying. So really it's about how much you want to get out of this. I've seen that people are already talking about trying to unify different societies and stuff and how they can come up with their own projects. And that's great. And that would be a bit more work. But if you want to be one of the people that attends to learn how to code, then that's a lot less work for you. I would look at your timetables, see how much work you can put in, and then plan ahead for the solution challenge and how involved you want to be in that. Because that one will probably be a bit more work. You know, we're talking about final product, or at least a demo video about a final product. So you've got to put some work in for that.
Yeah, the solution challenge is done in groups. We're going to give you a whole other session on explaining the solution challenge. It's such a big event for the DSC. So there'll be an event in January time telling you a lot more. Time commitment wise, you know, one of the things I haven't mentioned is actually when you do the coding courses or like the TensorFlow workshops, if you complete the criteria of completing that course workshop, which we'll tell you at the beginning, you will get a certificate signed by us, you know, and you can put that on your LinkedIn, you can talk about it on your CV and your interviews. So if you're looking for extra like skills and stuff like that, you can talk about, this is also a great opportunity. You don't have to compete in the solution challenge if you're worried about time commitment, because it will take quite a bit of time, but you're in a team, remember. The idea is to share your time across on what works, what doesn't work. So remember that. London DSC meetup. So there are, I think, 3 or 4 other DSCs in London. We are planning currently in the works behind the scenes a potential event. However, their schedule is very different from our schedules and how we run them is very different. So yeah, and that goes for all other DSCs, so that answers both questions. Do you guys have any personal projects you guys are proud of?
Since most of us here are second years, we don't really have any projects so far.
Matt, then you have something that you're extremely...
I've got loads, but I don't want to talk all night. My dissertation, I'll just go briefly over a couple. My dissertation, I made acoustic shutters. So the idea was that you'd put something on the outside of your window, it would stop noise coming in, but it would let air flow in. It did really well. We went and tested it in Holland, had really good results. This week on Tuesday, I've co-published a paper with the sort of partner companies that I got involved with. And so that's now a public document. I won a competition with it in January, the Brunel venture competition. So if you're sort of innovative or business centered, have a look at that, because they don't get anywhere near enough applications for how exciting that competition is. But yeah, you know, that's just one. There's so much that you can do with sort of design and engineering, and now with my involvement in the DSC, hopefully a bit of coding as well.
Cool. Anyone else got any projects you want to talk about? All right. So this summer, obviously COVID-19 took us all by storm. And I got involved with MIT, so Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and I worked on a team of 6 people initially back in the beginning of April, and we came up with this idea called COVID Tinder, right? And it basically means whenever you're walking past someone, you'd get notified if you match with someone like who had COVID-19. That would alert you basically you might be in too close proximity to them. This basically spun out at the beginning of April to this idea that now a lot of people have heard of that called contact tracing. And this all started from the small group of 6 people back then. And then MIT made a whole foundation called PathCheck, which is now, I think, the world's leading contact tracing provider. We worked with the NHS and stuff like that on building the solution, integrating into the NHS COVID-19 app. We worked with Google and Apple to integrate into the operating systems. And it was amazing. It literally took the whole summer by storm. It meant that I was extremely busy most of the time as well, but like it was extremely fun. And it's one of those things, like obviously that was a problem we all got all of a sudden, and technology can make a really big impact on it. You know, it helped a lot of countries help testing. Within 2 weeks of us coming out of that idea, we released it to Brazil and Chile, and their COVID-19 new cases dropped significantly, and it really helped them manage their cases. So that was really fun for me, and it was a really great experience. I'm still working there right now. But yeah, it's quite fun.
I would actually like to say at this point, Harris got to introduce all of us and say how much hard work we've been doing behind the scenes, but no one's been able to say that about him. So I'm going to say it. Harris has put in so much more work than any of us. He did, how many interviews did you have to do just to get the core team?
Like 100, no, like 40 something. 150. I had 100 applications to go through or something, yeah.
So he's gone through applications for the core team. He's done interviews. He had a week of interviews and then a week of reviewing that. This is all while juggling meetings with Google because they're very particular about how this has to be run. And he does a lot more than the rest of us for putting these events together. So I think from all of us at the core team and everyone watching, thank you.
Thanks, Matt. Look at that cheeky smile he's putting on right now. Thanks, I really appreciate that. Cool. Google much is a question the whole core team has been asking and we have tried extremely hard. Basically, being part of Google developers, one of the things we always do is hand out really cool merchandise. This year, obviously being virtual, is a bit different. However, we're still going to keep to that tradition. We're working on it right now to get some really cool merch for some giveaways, for some competitions. So the answer is yes, we will be handing out some really cool Brunel merchandise and stuff like that. So yeah, I love how someone said that's a team's or your president for you. I really like that one. I got to give that one a shout out, right? That's an amazing one. But yeah, cool. Thank you for everything. But like I said, also the core team, you guys don't understand, like they do a lot of work. And remember, we don't get paid or anything for this. This is out of like their free will. They're doing this and it's amazing. What else is planned for the rest of the year? We sort of went through that. When can we have a real event? Honestly, you might have to go to Boris Johnson and ask him that. It really depends on what he says. Who would like to work with the team? I think the whole core team is interested in working with the racing team. Like the possibilities there are crazy. I remember last year I was in Breads and what was it? Last year we were going through Breads and then we had that whole discussion of like making computer vision in like an RC car. And now if we could expand that and put that into a proper electric vehicle, and TensorFlow can cover that, so we can teach that. Event collaboration. Okay, I think we're going to have to do an event collaboration with a DSC, BDC. How do we sign up to DSC? So dsc.community.dev/Brunel-University-London. It's not nice, but that's what we have to do. We will be sorting that out. You guys can just join us and you get email notifications and go into our Instagram and our Facebook for all the updates and keep in touch with us. And Brunel will compete in the DSC or the Google Solution Challenge for 2021, and hopefully we'll win potentially. From seeing these solution days, that was incredible. Shall we play some games? That was Matt, wasn't it? 100%. I can tell. Yeah. So if you guys are down,
yeah, you got me.
We're gonna run a Google Meet for probably about an hour now, maybe half an hour to an hour. We're going to be playing some Pictionary game that we found. You guys are more than willing to join us and mess around.
Among Us.
Among Us. We could, if it was like big enough and we all had like Windows PCs, I'd 100% let's play Among Us. And there was one more thing. Contact Bermuda. Yeah, so we're already in contact with him. The Brez already helped us out in promoting this, so we're more than happy to. So yeah, let's just quickly go back to this presentation and finish it off because there's one more thing we need to talk about. And yeah, so if you go to cool. So Google developer groups in the UK and Ireland will be announcing DevFest 2020, and that's because the DSC is part of Google developers. We're promoting it. I'm going to quickly play a short video. It's okay if I remove everyone, I'm sorry. On the stream. This is basically telling you what DevFest is all about, just so you get a bit of an idea. And so, yeah, let me make sure I can share this properly with the audio this time. Let me quickly do this.
Hey there, my name is Jen Cole. I'm here to give you an update on all things DevFest 2020. This year, Google developer groups are coming together in a whole new way, virtually over one weekend. Now more than ever, we yearn for community. This global movement empowers you, the developer community, to teach, learn, and connect when you may need it the most, from the comfort of your own home. What can you look forward to this year? Technical talks, a keynote by Google developers, breakout sessions, and so much more. These sessions will cover a variety of technologies. The magic of DevFest has always come from the people involved, developers from all different backgrounds and skill levels who come together to learn from each other. Sign up today.
I need to stop muting myself. I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah, so DevFest is next Saturday, October 17th from 10 a.m. to 6:30. You don't need to stay the whole day. Just come for the event you're interested in. We have AI track, we have a mobile web track, all that sort of stuff. I will be hosting audio. Everyone just said no audio. Thanks, guys. Can you hear me now? Yeah, cool. Okay. Yeah, so we'll be running I'll be running a hot tech on the day from I don't know when. So if you guys want to see me again, come and say hi at DevFest UK. I'll be introducing some hot tech, some emerging technology and stuff like that. So yeah, there are 6 tracks, like I said, and 60 speakers lined up from cloud, AI, machine learning, web development, mobile development, hot tech, which is my track, and diversity, equity, and inclusion between tech. And like I said, you can register for a free ticket at devfest-uki.com. And this is the part where we're going to end the event. It's been amazing having you guys. Could you please fill out this feedback form? You can scan the QR code. Could someone from the core team potentially put this link into chat again? Thank you so much. The secret word is currently on screen, which is a bit, I forgot to put it up a bit more throughout the stream. I'm very sorry. But yes, the secret word is there. Please fill that in. That makes us know you stayed towards the event and you actually participated. And you guys did an amazing job today. You made the DSC a really nice community. We're really happy with how it went. So please fill in this feedback form. I think Matt's currently trying to put it into chat, I think. So yeah. Anyway, so thank you for all attending. Once again, I'd like to bring up the core team onto the stream and just give them a big thank you. Vidhi is probably behind the scenes right now, and I also want to say thank you to her. Very sorry she couldn't be here more. She's on campus at Brunel, and as we know, Brunel campus Wi-Fi isn't the best. The core team's done a fantastic job with the social media, organizing the events, talking to places, organizing merchandise for you guys. So yeah, it's amazing. And thank you for you guys for all attending for our first event. Probably wasn't like what you may be expecting as a technology thing, but hopefully we kept it entertaining for you guys. Please fill out the feedback form, which is now in chat. And I think that's it. So yeah, thank you for all attending. We're gonna post up a Google Meet right now, which I'll set up, I'll put into the chat. And we're going to be playing a game of Pictionary virtually. And if you can join, it'll be great to meet you guys. So thanks all. If you guys want to say anything.
Do you want to mention how we are going to choose the winners? And
yeah, sorry. Thank you. By the way, there will be a winner for today's solution challenge. We'll get in contact. We have your student ID, so we can get in contact with you about sending you something. So, keep your eye on the emails and stuff like that. And thank you all for attending. We'll see you next time, next event.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Cool. And see you guys.
I was tired of my lady. We'd been together too long. Like a worn out recording of a favorite song. So while she lay there sleeping, I read the paper in bed. And in the personal columns, there was this letter I read. If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, if you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, if you like making love in bed, escape. I didn't think about my lady. I know that sounds kind of mean, but me and my old lady have fallen into the same old routine. So I wrote to the paper, took out a personal ad, and though I'm nobody's poet, I thought it wasn't half bad. Yes, I like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. I'm not much into health food, I am into champagne. I've got to meet you by tomorrow noon and cut through all this red tape at a bar called O'Malley's, where we'll plan our escape. So I waited with high hopes, and she walked in the place. I knew her smile in an instant, I knew the curve of her face. It was my own lovely lady, and she said, oh, it's you. Then we laughed for a moment, and I said, I never knew that you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain and the feel of the ocean and the taste of champagne. If you like making love at midnight in the dunes of the Cape, you're the lady I've looked for. But come with me and escape. If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, if you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, if you like making love at midnight in the dunes of the Cape, then I'm the love that you look for. Write to me and escape. Yes, I like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. I'm not much into health food, I am into champagne. I've got to meet you by tomorrow noon. Cut through all this red tape.